game that we're watching, which is Jove versus Jesulin. Here we go. And on the left-hand side, we have Jove, who's playing as the OKW. And on the right, we have Jesulin, who's playing the Soviets. Let's see what kind of build they go for. Jesulin opting to go for conscripts. Notice a lot of players like to be going penals lately. Jesulin seeming to go for the conscript build. Preferring that build above all others. Alright, division. I kind of wanted to explain it for myself as well, to be honest. I want to try to figure out... I have not really had a good look at it yet myself. I knew that I need qualification points, but I'm trying to figure out like what will I roughly need to get into top 8. You know. That's a good point. Bendov has done a really good point that I've not thought about. The winners will not play in the next qualification, so it's going to make it a lot easier for other players to get into the tournament. And ideally, maybe you might not want to qualify straight away. Maybe, like, you know, maybe the smart thing to do from certain players. Let me just pause the game here while I'm talking. Sorry, I want to commentate on this fight. Maybe the smart thing to do is actually win the last qualifying tournament round, because then you get most practice, right? You get most tournament practice. Because if you win the first one, you know, you're going to be have to wait for scrims and stuff, right? So maybe winning the first one is not the best strat. But who knows? Probably is. At least it makes you less stressed. If you leave it all to the last tournament to qualify, oh god. Anyway, so basically we got Stern Pioneers rushed over to the right-hand side munitions point, but conscripts were already there to start shooting them as they were trying to put down some cover. However, I believe as they were building, they managed to lose a model. If they weren't building, they should have been fighting against that conscript squad, because they're in green cover. You know, conscripts will be doing more damage, but now there's another conscript squad coming here, but Volks Grenadiers coming in to reinforce. Will this second conscript come in to help out and get closer? Oh, and then here comes another Volks squad. That's going to force Jesulin right back. However, this has meant that Jove has not captured his fuel point. On the other hand, the engineer squad has gone around and started capping up the entire south side. Now let's see how Jove reacts to this. He's got a squad just chilling in the base. Rallied here. He's now realised. Maybe Jove, this is showing signs of rust from Jove. You know, a good player like him back in the day would never have a squad AFK for more than 1 second. But yeah, remember he is very rusty at the moment. Who do you think will score top 3? Who do you think I will? Who do you think? Who do you think I've got my money on for winning the 3 of the qualification tournaments? Is what you're asking? I would imagine Von Ivan. I honestly think Von Ivan has the chance to do so. I think Dev M has the chance to do so. Nagano. And I think Kimbo is going to do very well. I think he's going to do very, very well. Because he's the only player I've really had trouble against fighting lately. But he's not unbeatable. Anyway, Volks here. Already in a good spot. Conscripts are going to bail out of the house because, you know, that's not a good engagement with them because there's one window on that side of the house, so they're going to jump out. So kind of a little stalemate here. Neither player wants to get control of this church because, however, a flamethrower will turn the tide of that engagement because he's behind green cover here and the flames will do a lot of damage even if it's one model firing with a flamethrower. So here, and then, so we now have 3 conscripts into Maxim. On the other hand, we now have possibly some tech from Jove. He's floating a little bit of resources. He could get a truck out now if he wanted to, but Jove is playing quite passive. He's deciding to put some piece of wire there to deny his opponent from flanking round. Flamethrowers are now out. Jove is going to be quick to get out of cover, so he's not going to take extra damage from the flames. Good play by him. However, there is no conscript here to merge with this engineer, so this engineer has to be careful. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Volk squad hiding behind a tractor. Going to get outnumbered here. Probably should... He's going to focus on that squad because it's lower health, but he probably should focus on this one because it's closed the distance. That conscript's going to go to town on that guy. He's going to have to retreat. Meanwhile, Maxim has now been revealed. Forces the retreat of the Stern Pioneer in the north. Probably has line of sight there on that Volk squad, just about. Now we have medics researched for Jesulin. On the other side, we do have the truck now out from Jove. What will he tech? I'm always curious to see what OKW players tech on this map because, you know, both mechanized and battle group headquarters can work. But it's interesting. Like, what will he go for? I'm going to put my money on battle group. Actually, no, I'm not now. He's going to go mechanized because it's so far away from the HQ. Yeah. Yeah, mechanized. So he's got to go mechanized, but he has got nowhere near enough fuel to get himself the first Panzer II out. Yet anyway. That barbed wire being very useful there for Jove, so that flamethrower engineer can't close the distance against that Volk squad. It has to go the long way around, which enables the Volk squad to shoot at it a lot more before the flames get close. And by the time the flames got close, the squad would have to retreat, especially because it's half health. Probably would, I personally probably would retreat this squad back to health, get it fully held up, because what in the engagement that's going to be in is going to be forced back quite quickly. It's like Jove is being very sensible here. He knows his enemy has captured this territory in the south, so he's going to push forward with sweepers first, a spot for mines. Conscript squad though is ready and waiting for that Stern Pioneer, and that Pioneer is going to jump over the hedge, the fence there, and capture the VP away from prying eyes of the conscripts. Now we see into a machine gun from Jove. He feels quite confident to go straight for the machine gun. Meanwhile, back at the Soviet base, no tech has been further built. Second engineer out, moving to the north. It's going to sweep the north. Close the distance here with the Sturms. However, the Maxim is now going to turn around. Let's see if Joe's quick on the reaction here to try and avoid this. No, he's going to try and charge it. He's not going to be able to get around there in time. Oh, he gets around the hedgerow just in the nick of time there. Needs to be careful. Jesulin, that is, because he's very close to getting flanked in. Incendiary grenade going in on against the conscript squad. Not the best incendiary grenade. He's probably going to take damage from that grenade himself here. Yeah, Jove's taking damage himself from his own grenade. Not good play from Jove. Yeah. And one of those conscripts was in that grenade as well. Looks like he's going to cut the wire over here on this north side, which is going to free up more movement from the Soviet units to flank in. Jove going to backpedal to the house here and probably just try and stall there for as long as he can. Jove now finally got enough resources to cool on the Panzer II. At around about the 8-minute mark it will come out, I would imagine. And still though, Jesulin hasn't teched up. He's got the fuel for it. He has called on himself some guards, so he has a soft counter to the Panzer II. Excuse me while I blow my nose. Oh, excuse me, guys. Guard squad close the distance. He has got the munitions to lob a grenade here. Is Jove ready to react? Here comes the grenade. Jove. Oh, he was watching that very well. Very easy dodge from him. Probably still going to need to retreat these Volks. Machine gun now covering that middle VP, forcing back both the conscripts and that engineer squad. And now at the 8-minute and 16-minute mark, the Panzer II is now on the field. Volk squad managed to get around the back side here, picking up maybe a couple of models of that guard squad and retreat. Probably might see a incendiary grenade around the rear side here. Did we have 80 grenades built yet from Jesulin? No. Or the tech, no tech there yet. Engineers are moving out, so he's not planning on taking any time soon. Panzer II is now out. Jesulin can now see that. Wonder what his decision is going to be now. Looking back at base, is he going to do panic grenade tech? Doesn't look like he's going to do so. He's got plenty of fuel to get a T-70 out the counter this if he wanted to. We've got a safety mine here from Jesulin. He's also wired off all the cover that his opponent might use against him. Quite a few mines actually. One on the road, one here. Good use of attack ground. He's going to try and burn the squad out of cover here. Unfortunately, the Stern Pioneer was just slightly out of range. He's going to try and close the distance against this flamethrower squad. Panzer 2 also opening up, but it's going to be hitting mostly the cover here. However, we now have a guard squad and a conscript squad also moving in. That Sturm squad is going to have to retreat. Got to be careful he doesn't do friendly fire damage with that Panzer 2 up, with his squad up against the wall like that. What would you change in KO 2 right now if you could? What would I change? This map. But no, seriously, what would I change? I would try and make RNG a less big factor or something if I could. For instance, I would say like Shermans could not penetrate Panthers from the front. You have to flank with them. Or an IS-2 can penetrate everything. A Tiger can penetrate everything. But how a Sherman can only penetrate a Panther from the rear. That kind of stuff would limit RNG. That might limit it a little bit. Who knows? Hey, Tenchi. Meanwhile, VP control has been in favour of Jove the entire game. He's leading by. He's not lost a single VP. Maintained really good control over at least two, primarily the north and the middle for the time being. However, now it's been the south. Panzer 2 going to push back those engineers, and then we see back at the base. We see fast tech to tier 4 rather than tier 3. He did save up a lot of resources. He'll have the resources to get a T-34 very soon. He only needs 15 more fuel. And however, though, Jove does have a Raketen handy to be able to counter this. Map control looking strong for Jesulin currently. Panzer 2 is just chilling over here, not doing too much. 0 kills, and it's been on the field for at least 2 minutes. Not a very, very strong, good start from that unit. And we also see a very forward battle group headquarters, rather away from the base, right next to this house over here. Possibly a good position, possibly a bad position. By bringing it outside his base, he opens it up to getting artilleried by off-map. If you put your battle group headquarters in such a base, it can't get off-map artillery. So he has to be careful about that. He's taken the risk by bringing it out. Jesulin has chosen his commander, a while ago, because we saw guards quite a long time ago. But he has gone for guard mortar, and now he's called himself on the mortar. Probably using this unit to take out the machine gun that's camping the middle victory point. A good play there. Immediately pops on the mortar barrage. Let's see if Jove is quick to react here. First shot lands, and he's out immediately. Good. Good reaction there. Conscript squad being sneaky in the north. Where's that Panzer 2? Panzer 2 is going to quickly run up to the north-hand side to see if he can help out those pioneers. This conscript squad's got a dangerous retreat ahead of it. He decides to retreat early. Probably has the Panzer 2's engines through the fog of war, or saw it with the Maxim there. And that conscript squad should be safe from the retreat back. Do we have any mines over here from... now we do see a mine going up from Jesulin. He wants to make sure his flank is protected from that Panzer 2. Pushing him around the side. Machine gun repositioning here in a good spot behind cover again. Mortar. Rechanging its position to try and counter the machine gun once more. Meanwhile, in the south, victory point will be back in the hands of Jove soon. But he's probably scared. I think he's scared to try and go towards that point because he doesn't want to get. He's worried about a mine. Let me see where that sweeper squad is. It's on the far right-hand side. So he's going to have to take a risk here. He's playing a bit, AFK with those units, but maybe he's just trying to be cautious because he thinks there's a mine there. Maybe not. No, he's just going straight for it. It's also worth noting, this mortar crew is now a 5-man squad, not a 6-man squad anymore. Volk squad gets the flank off on the conscript squads here. Has munitions to lob an incendiary grenade. Should still probably win this engagement though. That conscript squad's dying very quickly because he flanked the squad on the side where it had no cover, and rather negative cover on that side, so that's why that squad went down incredibly quickly. Even though it was that squad outnumbered it. Volk squad though... I don't know why he retreated there. He probably had the win on that flamethrower engineer, but I guess he just wanted to, play safe. Didn't want to risk losing the squad. Meanwhile, guard squad moving up the middle. VP mortar brought the house down over here to less than half health. And Jove has decided to get himself an LEIG to counter indirect fire. The mortar on the right hand side. However, because this mortar is so spread out, it's not going to be very effective. This LEIG, in my opinion. This Vox squad been slightly displaced, so the flamethrower can't do as much damage as possible. That poor guy burning alive there. Another one going down. T-70 coming. Oh, here comes the T-34. Jove knows it's out. He's bought himself a second Raketin now, so he knows something's up. You know, he knew it was already past the 8-minute mark, so he probably would have expected his opponent to go for a top pass tier 4. No mines on the retreat here from Jove. Possibly might lose his Volk squad here. T-34 missing its shots, but the coaxial machine gun doing work. Probably could have kept on going there and taken another shot and finished that squad off. Because he, even a Faust, if a Faust had hit the T-34, he would have got a damaged engine from it. But I guess Jesulin playing safe as well. He knows he possibly has the advantage with this tank out. Panzer 2, 3 kills after, what's that, 7 minutes? Compared to the T-34, which already has one, but it's already forced back a unit. Very effective so far. Panzer 2 just sitting around, not doing too much. Raketenwerfer now opening up on the infantry on the right hand side, so now Jesulin knows the Raketenwerfer, one Raketenwerfer is at least not in the south, so he hasn't got to worry about too much anti-tank. Panzer 2 going to try and chase away the guard squad. However, there are Sturms sitting there in good position. Those guards are going to be forced back. No models will drop, however. So no manpower lost there. Volk squad seems maybe a little bit overextended here. T-34, unfortunately, again, misses its shot. Volk still have a nasty retreat. T-34 delivers a nice shot there, almost destroying the shed on the side. Though Jesulin doesn't decide to chase that effectively, so he allows that squad to get away when he probably could have gotten at least another shot off on it. Jesulin now sees that anti-tank gun, so he's going to reverse away. Machine gun repositioning again once more by Jove. In a good spot to start suppressing any infantry on the middle of the map. And machine gun probably should change target here. He finally does. That squad isn't behind cover because the MG has flanked it on the side there. And the LEI shot, if that LEI shot, I can't remember. If this LEIG shot just then landed a few seconds earlier, that conscript squad would have been in pain. However, currently this mortar hasn't really managed to do anything yet for Jesulin because Joe's been very quick on repositioning his machine gun. Mine has been spotted from Jesulin. T-34 going north, probably just to shoot the mine and probably chase away these Sturms. Raketenwerfer is over there, but slightly not in position. Jove has to be careful with these Sturms. He's decided to do a full retreat. Meanwhile, on the southern side, Volk squad slightly spread out. Possible grenade coming in. Max in there as well. He decides to retreat immediately. And now we have 80 grenades out from Jesulin, interestingly enough. When he's only seen Panzer 2. I guess that's a good tech, maybe. I mean, that's what I would eventually get on the, on the conscript, so better late than never. I would have expected him to go sooner. Here come the AT grenades now. So now Jove knows his opponent's got the AT grenades. That T-34 is slightly out of position to try and help finish off this Panzer 2. However, Volksgrenadier squad goes down in the north. A little bit of overextension there from Jove. He's also forgot to cancel this mine that he's started building over here. So that's our first major loss there from Jove. A Vet 1 or 2 Volksgrenadier squad. Probably Vet 2 won't go down there. Meanwhile, Jesulin hasn't lost a single unit yet. And again, Jove, as soon as the MG's been spotted, he immediately repositions it so that mortar is just not finding that MG at all. Very good play from Jove to keep repositioning his machine gun every time his opponent spots it. Let's see the tech. We do have Schwer now up from Jove in a very good spot. It's covering his cutoff as well as his fuel point. It's quite far back as well, so it can't get easily mortared from the 112mm mortar. Raketin is nowhere to be seen. Oh, there it's in the north. Needs to move down a bit. Oh, a nice league shot coming in there. Almost wiping the engineers. However, the guard squad manages to wipe the machine gun there. That machine gun didn't have veterancy, I didn't think, so not a huge loss there for Jove because he can instantly recruit it. However, this guard squad needs to be careful because it's got a nasty retreat ahead of it. However, the T-34 coming in there to save the guard squad's retreat. However, for its troubles, it's going to take 2 rocketing shots. And the guard squad makes it out. If that T-34 hadn't pushed in there and chased away that Panzer II, I think that guard squad might have got wiped along the negative cover road here by the Panzer II. So, a necessary sacrifice of some health there from that unit. We now see a second T-34-85 being built from Jesulin. I'm surprised he's not decided to go for a Katusha instead, since he's having trouble breaking the enemy position around this central VP. And this mortar is not doing anything. It's not even got a single kill yet. It's been on the field for at least 4 or 5 minutes. Two conscript squads engaging a Volk squad behind green cover. Over here. How much fuel does Jove have? He has enough. Always has enough fuel for a Panzer IV. I wonder if he will get Panzer IV. It's not going to do too well against the 85s, to be honest. Possibly, maybe even a Panther. We also see a commander selection from Jove, and that over squad. Its first foray into battle hits a mine and is forced back. That's going to be expensive to reinforce. The fresh T-34-85 goes north. There is a rocket in there to help, but slightly out of position. Jove needs to reinforce this north side quickly before he loses it. Volk squad in the south going to get forced back by machine guns straight away. Rakettenwerfer gets a nice shot from the T-34 to start with. T-34 is just going to back away, not wanting to have to worry about Rakettenwerfer. So even when he gets mortified, he can, his battle group headquarters can heal him up. He has to be careful. That league has now got 4 kills and Vet 1. Panzer II finally doing some work here. Got 8 kills now. Don't know why he didn't try to chase there. He might have been able to get a few more hits in there. I guess it's probably good he didn't chase because he's got no way of fausting T-34. Oh, now he does. The Volk squad has appeared. Maybe a little bit too late. Raketten's now caught, he's slightly out of position here. Jesulin could have dived that. T-34 doing a nice sexy reverse drift. And the T-34 over here is shooting over the cliff top. Attack grounding to try and force that machine gun back. That's mortar still got a kill yet? No. It's Vet 1 though. Not sure what Jesulin's planning to do with these T-34s. Might be planning to go for a big push into the north here. Open squad in trouble. Quite low health. A 120mm mortar shot from the rear will wipe this squad. Oh, it missed that shot. Jove being a little bit careless there. Probably should have retreated sooner. Rakettenwerfer is in trouble. Could easily get swamped by all these T-34s over here. There's only that one piece of AT in the north. Here comes the second. But still, these T-34s could make a play in the north. There's only one mine over here. He probably should wait until with sweepers before he makes the push. And Jove's still waiting for fuel. Possibly going for the Panther. He has resources for the Panther. He's also got resources for the Pat Gun if he wanted to choose from, or the LEFH. Possibly a Pat Gun on this map would not be a bad idea. It's hard to flank. However, if you went to Pat Gun, your opponent would just go Katusha to try and get you out. It looks like he's going for the Panther, but he's got, he's floating fuel now. He could have gotten it. He could have started building it by now. Panther could be the answer, but maybe he might be thinking of going Jagdpanzer Pack 43 instead, which might not be a bad play either. Mortar still hasn't got a kill. Surprised. Oh, T-34 accidentally pushes his own units forward there. However, uses attack round to force away that engineer squad. Well, Raketin. Now this Raketin's going to get forced back by these conscripts, which means the north side is going to be very vulnerable. Jove, not realising this, he needs to retreat. He's also going to attack ground with this T-34. I think he hurt his own unit then with that. Did that do a friendly fire? Yeah, he did a friendly fire. He got one friendly fire kill there on that. Could have easily lost that Raketin with a very late retreat on that. However, the League shot coming in and almost wiping the conscript squad. The LMG from the Obers almost helping finishing that squad off, but just not enough. Also, conscript squad in the north gets pushed back. Raketin repositioning. We now see a third T-34-85 in the build from Jesulin. I guess he's just waiting for that critical mass push. Though I feel like the longer he waits, the stronger Jove's going to get. You know, but Jove is floating. Look at that. He's almost got 1,000 fuel manpower right now. What's he saving his resources for? A King Tiger? It's got to be King Tiger now, surely. If he's waiting this much, it's got to be the King Tiger. But 3 T-34-85s versus 1 King Tiger. I would rather have the 85s, to be honest, because that King Tiger's slow. It's going to take ages to rotate north and rotate south. I don't agree with the King Tiger. I feel like on this map, more guns are better. So we're currently waiting 30 more fuel until the King Tiger makes its appearance. Just got to be very careful. And this time, though, like, Jesulin needs to make a play now, to be honest, before his opponent gets the King Tiger out. He's had plenty of opportunities to make a play, but he's just being very passive with his T-34s. He pokes them in, takes a shot, and pulls them back and repairs them. You know, he hasn't made any commitments here, and he probably could do that if he pushed up with an engineer squad with the T-34s to spot for mines. Looks like he's going to bring 1 T-34 to the south, 1 to the middle, and 1 for the north. T-34 going to open up on the Volk squad down here in the south. Raketin squad moving up. Panzer II getting some more shots in against the Guardsmen, forcing them back. Raketin going to open up on this T-34. This T-34 could come around here and flank, but Jesulin deciding to reverse back instead. There is no mines there. However, Jesulin doesn't know that, so he doesn't want to take the risk. Very, very careful and passive play from Jesulin. Meanwhile, I think all Jove is focused on is now just trying to stay alive until he can get the King Tiger out. Gotta be careful with this Obers. This Ober's gonna have a nasty retreat. 1 mine left. Will this T-34 get the next shot in? No, he's gone past the sight blocker. Meanwhile, Raketin in the mid, almost going down to the T-34 from the front. Oh, the coaxial machine gun almost bringing it down. T-34 misses again. Veteran C2 on that now, and now he lost it. T-34 probably should stay there and finish off the Raketin crew. Probably will do. And immediately Jove decides to rebuild the Raketin he's lost, and now we do see the mighty King Tiger out. However, I'm not sure I agree with the King Tiger on this map. We'll see. Decides to pick up the Raketin. Quite lucky the Raketin didn't get destroyed when the T-34 were shooting at it. Normally attack move rounds onto a vehicle will be very accurate, but he was quite lucky there picking that off and retreat. Probably going to finish it off here, and he gets the wipe. Panzer II though going south. Will the T-34 chase? T-34 pushing in. Marked vehicle has been applied to the Panzer II. He's going to use attack round through the hedgerow here. Very good play there from Jesulin, and he changes his attack round in accordance to where the Panzer II was moving, and he gets another good attack round off on the Panzer II, wiping it. Very good use of attack round from Jesulin there, getting 2 direct hits onto that Panzer II, with the marked target helping make that an easy kill. King Tiger makes his presence field known, and forces back the Vet 2 engineer. However, Jove has only got this King Tiger. He's going to find himself easily surrounded here. 2 T-34s in the north. All Jesulin needs to do is get the picks on the Raketins, and that this King Tiger is in serious trouble. Especially with marked vehicle applied to it, and Jesulin has got plenty of munitions to do so. King Tiger being bold, pushing forward, might overextend here. We got Tripwire Flare going down as well. Jesulin trying to make use of his missions. You know, Joe, people might be saying in chat, hang on, why is Jesulin floating so many munitions? But I think he's been planting plenty of mines this game. You know, we got mine here, we've had a mine here, mine on his cutoff. He's rebuilt the mine. He's got a mine over here. Plenty of mines down from Jesulin. Probably could plant a few more, but he's still, you know, he's not been neglecting his mine placement. There's no one there. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Jove, where's Jove's mines this game? The one over here. He put one over here as well, but that was it. He's applied 2 mines this game, not many at all. Another mine there. Ober's got to be careful. King Tiger slowly rotating north. And now we see an interesting play here from Jove. He's deciding to get himself a trench up here. League finally gets veterancy 2. Only 8 kills to its name compared to the mortar over. Mind you, the League's doing a lot better than this mortar. This mortar's probably been the worst investment for Jesulin. Probably should have just gone for a Katusha. And now we see it out. Look at that interesting skin on it. Looks quite nice, actually. Rounds coming in, probably against the League. He wants to get rid of it. No, it's going to be directly on the battle group headquarters. Actually, let me just pause that. He was actually aiming on the League. I correct myself then. But Jove's bad timing. His units were coming around, crossing the League's path then, and that wasn't very good. He loses his vetted Rakettenwerfer, and he's a bit late to react there. He might even lose the League. Meanwhile, oh, he's been busy trying to micro the King Tiger up here. It's been pushed, you know, the King Tiger was trying to circle strafe here, but Jesulin not doing very well to pull off the maneuver. Might even lose his T-34 to the King Tiger. He does. Big loss there, and actually a second T-34 went down in all this over here in the north. There's the wreck of the second one. Sorry I missed that. But Jesulin not able to pull off a, you know, he had the numbers against the King Tiger and Mark vehicle, but just not pulling off the maneuver. And now suddenly Jove is in the driving seat of this game. That King Tiger took hardly any damage as well. Wish I could go back and reverse the stream and watch that engagement happen. So I apologise I missed that, guys, but King Tiger not doing too well. I mean, sorry, Jesulin not being able to perform here. Now he's had this battle. It's not all over though for Jesulin. He's still got a good chance of winning this. He's now getting himself an SU-85 out, which is the perfect unit now for what he needs to get against this King Tiger. Ober's now veterancy 2. Paying for themselves now. 17 kills. They're wrecking these conscripts. Look at this guy go. He is on negative cover. They need to be careful. T-34 coming around as well. Is there anything to stop this T-34 chasing these Obers? There isn't. Obers might go down here if this T-34 gets lucky shots off. Probably gonna hit the hedgerow. The fence, no. Oh, 2 models down the retreat then. Jove, got to be careful. He can't afford to lose those Obers. They are his most effective infantry unit at the moment. Also, look at that League. They're almost going down. Katusha firing in against probably the League again. Ooh, getting a very juicy burst barrage there, wiping that thing. King Tiger opening up in the middle. Almost wiping those engineers. Jove really needs to repair and recrew these weapons. Here comes the SU-85. First shot bouncing off the frontal armor of the King Tiger. T-34 missing. King Tiger does not. And the SU-85 is going to destroy that trench. Let's just have a quick look to see how much, I don't think how much trenches cost. It's been a while since I actually used this commander myself. I'm not sure if trenches cost anything when you're playing as OKW. I know they cost 50 manpower as Brits. King Tiger being bold here, pushing forward. Fortunately for Jove, it did bounce, it did hit the church. And T-34 not doing very well here either. Well, I'm not sure it would be a good idea to charge a King Tiger with conscripts. It's just going to bleed you. SU-85 is going to push forward. Let's just have a look at Fog of War to see what Jesulin can see. He hasn't popped on the vehicle. Now he has. He's popped on the vision sight here. Can't see. He needs to turn slightly to the right and spot it. Oh, he's reversed it back further, actually. MG, now veterancy 2. Only 6 kills, but it's doing the job of holding down that middle VP and keeping the drain on against Jesulin. Mortar shot. Almost practically a direct hit on that machine gun there. Probably doing more damage to the weapon than the actual squad itself there. And I think the mortar... Oh, no, it's finally got some kills. It's got 3 kills now, finally. However, the Oba squad is going to push that back easily, though. The T-34 is going to be right in there, forcing the Oba back once again. Really should be pushing up the Raketin with the Oba squad here, so the Oba squad isn't immediately pushed back by that T-34. It's twice now that's happened from Jove. Meanwhile, in the north, Stern Pioneers finished capping the VP. King Tiger chilling next to the strategic cutoff. I'd like to see that Stern Pioneer come back to this and repair all these important weapons here. Oh, what is... Oh my god. Okay, this is a new mistake from Joe. I'm surprised he's done this. He's decided to build a new Raketin when he could just recruit the one on the ground. I guess he probably doesn't see it behind the tree there, maybe. I can't believe you've done this. I have a meme for this. Where is it? Where is it? Actually, I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
So meanwhile, looks like a Volk squad in the north might go down here. So I'm panning around panically like that. Oh, that retreat path is not nice for Jove. He goes round the outside there and gets finished off by that T-34. Another nasty loss there for Jove. However, he has got plenty of fuel, so actually losing Volks Grenadier squads at this stage of the game isn't so painful for Jove because he can just replace the Volks with tanks, and the tanks are a lot better than Volks for sure. So he's freeing up some of that pop cap. You know, losing squads is never a good idea, but when you can replace it with tanks is a very good idea. Meanwhile, Vet 3 Sterms now. They can now lob the concussion grenade if they wanted to. King Tiger does have marked vehicle against it. Needs repairs as well here. Volk squads push back that conscripts. Meanwhile, T-34 will be able to push back this Volk squad here in the centre. Jove got to be careful here. Vet 5 Volk might go down. He's not paying attention. One more shot from the T-34-5 will kill it. Will it kill it? Get the shot and retreat. Ooh, almost. Almost. That could have been nasty there. And now Jove, we do see Jove building a Panther. He's also popped on zeroing artillery. That is landing around the centre here. This ability, let's just quickly read it for those who don't know. Automatic attacks visible enemy units in the target area. Artillery rate of fire ramps up the longer the target is visible. Very expensive ability, 300 munitions, one of the most costly abilities in the game actually. Not sure I think it's worth it for its price. You know, 300 munitions for that when you could have gone loads more mines. I'm kind of curious as what Jove has got out of this commander's choice. He's just laid some mines down, that's all he's gotten from this commander so far. Katyusha shot lands in the middle, forcing those Volks back. King Tiger up against the T-34. T-34 is going to reverse back, not wanting that engagement. And the Panther is going to be out very soon. SU-85 hasn't really done much. Not sure, it might have been the best choice actually. I did say earlier it would have been a good choice, but I mean, when the King Tiger is not around, it's not going to be you doing anything, right? But now the Panther's there, it probably should get some action. Panther now revealed. Gets the first shot in against the T-34. SU-85 not moving up, surprisingly. Now he moves up. King Tiger gets a very good shot in against the Vet 2 engineers. It might go down here. King Tiger might get another shot in against these engineers. The turret is turning. It's turning. Oh, but the engineers are going to get away just in the nick of time. The mine gets blown up by a mortar round. SU-85 gets a nice shot in against the Panther, but the Raketin is there to deliver a revenge shot. Two shots collide. Bring it down to half health. Panther, both vehicles forced back. However, this Raketin has to pull back a little bit because it's getting shot by the conscripts. The Katyusha, 14 kills to its name. It's done fairly well so far, but he needs to get these picks on the Raketins so his vehicles can do the work. We now see some defensive sandbags from Jesulin so we can keep hold of this VP safely. King Tiger now going to return back to the centre. Maxim squad that was camping over here for half the game has now decided to push up and start capping. So that's good to see there. Again, this Raketin's still sitting idle. Could be picked up. I guess Jove wants to just maybe keep it there. He is pop capped, so if he does recruit it, he can't reinforce his Volk squad. King Tiger turning its turret against the conscript squad. Immediately nullifies that cover. T-34 makes a push. Bounces off the Tiger's armor. SU-85. They're almost fully repaired. Hasn't got line of sight just yet. Will do soon. Katusha firing in on the only thing it can see, which is that League. Getting one good shot in here. Here comes the third barrage in. And that League's going to get away. Rocket moving up again. The engineers are there to keep the repairs up and keep tip-top shape. We now see a new T-34 out, but he needs to be careful. The Panther is there as well as the Rocket, and he's going to have to pull back. He might go in for this. He's going to try and see if he can pick up the Rocket in here, but he's just going to take some nasty damage on this T-34. Also, the Panther, less than half health. Main gun destroyed. Now might be the time to push in with the King Tiger and the Panther. But Jove seems to be content sitting back. That was probably the perfect time to push in with both tanks then. Oh, plane landing on the retreating T-34, almost getting it. But Jove playing passive. I mean, he has the VP control just about. He has the veterancy as well. Now see Vet 4 on these folks. Oh, but a really juicy shot on that T-34. Nails the squad, and the retreat path is horrendous there for that squad. And now Jove once again loses a valuable unit in his army. A Vet 4 Volksgrenadier squad going down to a very tasty T-34 shot in the centre of that. That was a very nice shot from that T-34. And Jove opting to rebuild the Volk squad. I guess, I mean, he could have made another Ober, but I guess having an extra Volk squad, having a few Volk squads is always good because he needs the snares, right? He needs to have that snare ability, especially with only having, very slow and immobile armor. Ooh, that King Tiger almost nailing that conscript squad retreat. It's going to be forced back. I imagine Jesulin is getting bled quite hard now because of this King Tiger. Katusha should be ready to fire any second. It is. We now see a Ziz gun built from Jesulin. Probably a sensible build here because Panther can't counter the Ziz gun, so that's a good play there. And Jove doesn't have much indirect fire. He's just got this League, and remember, this League isn't very effective. Meanwhile, on the South T-34, one of the fresh T-34s is going to fend off this Volk squad. Jove needs to be careful here because he's got a nasty retreat path ahead of him. He's not paying attention. Now he is. However, Jesulin is not giving chase. Mistake there from Jesulin. Raketin going down. Give the central VP to a Katusha fire. And Jesulin's playing well here because he's using attack ground to try and destroy the Raketin to stop his opponent using it. However, the SU-85 is missing its shots. Panther is now visible. Raketin has been just completely destroyed. He's plopped marked vehicle on the Panther. Get some good penetration shots on the front of that Panther. Bring it down to about 60% health. Panther's going to be forced back here. Jesulin's making a good play. That SU-85 is doing well. There's nothing to count this SU-85 in the field right now because all the Raketins are down. The one in the, he's had to reposition. This one was in the north. He's had to reposition it down to the south. King Tiger's in prop. Not looking healthy. He's going to have to pull it back. However, this Raketin over here is now in position. Going to be supporting. Gets 2 nice shots on that T-34. Going to push that back. Meanwhile, in the center, we do have zeroing artillery activated again from Jove, which is going to start bombarding all these units in this area. However, Jove does not have line of sight on these units, so this ability is going to be useless. So basically, in my opinion, Jove has probably wasted 600 munitions this game on that ability, when he could have been spamming more mines down, which would have been a lot better in my opinion. Though I think this is probably one of the worst abilities in the game. Like, you need to combine that with like freaking flares and stuff, but you can't. It's like I think this commander's only that ability's only good in 2v2 commander because you can't really use it in a 1v1. I mean, infrared half track might help spot for that ability, but still, it's just a huge waste. Jesulin not paying attention here, gets hit by a load of mines. Fortunately for him, the squad doesn't get wiped. Ober squad is just going to sit in the north and keep hold of this north VP. Looks like Jove is content to play out the long game here, the VP game. He just wants to make sure he can retains control over both VPs. Though, yeah, Jove's not really used his commander much at all, you know? This ability's done nothing for him. And, you know, he's put a few mines down, and that's really been it. 85, getting some good penetration shots in against that King Tiger. King Tiger now veterancy 2 on 24 kills. Another shot in coming in from the 85, nailing the thing. However, we've got Vet 4 Raketin now. It's going to be opening up on that 85. Going to forcing it back. Here comes the Panther as well from the side. There's nothing there to help this SU-85. I wish there are some conscripts there that could get a snare off if needed. Using a Zizgun barrage against a point blank against the Vet 5 Volk squads, which is actually nails them and forces them back. King Tiger's got to be careful here. Next shot bounces. King Tiger less than half health, and so is the 85. We've got fresh 85s on the southern flanks, not really contributing to this engagement over here. Kind of a shame, really. Katusha recently fired. Going to pull back and heal up this King Tiger once more. Using vehicle repairs, it sounds like on the SU-85. Probably should pull back that resist gun and get it healed up. Don't want to lose the veterancy on it. It'll be very handy against the King Tiger and the Panther here. He's going to be aggressive with it though. He should know there's a Raketin capping it because his cloak he's capping a unit in cloak. He's going to use a Zizgun barrage, I'd imagine. He's got plenty of munitions to do so. But here comes another League shell. Ooh, one more shot and that Zizgun is down. He's going to reverse it back. Raketin's moved up. 85's in trouble. Vet 3 now though. Katusha. Still on recharge. Panther, this SU-85 needs, the T-35 needs to pull back. One more shot from the Panther will kill it. He gets behind the hedge in time. 3 shots penetrate from both the T-34 85, the SU-85 and the Ziz gun. So that Panther is not going to be able to engage anymore. But this Volk squad needs to retreat. The Volk squad is surrounded by conscripts and guards. Very late retreat path there. But Jesulin, for some reason, retreats half his army, so he doesn't get the important wipe on that squad. Mistake there from Jesulin. Could have picked up one of the important vet squads of Jove then. Misplay there, I think, from retreating a little bit too early. Again, Raketin, Katusha firing in again against the League. Not being too accurate here. Most shells just going wide. Though Jove didn't react and just decided to tank those shots. Raketin's just going to pull back to the safety of the battle group headquarters and get healed himself. Probably should repair the vehicle crew itself with the terms. And also this, now he's got a Vet 5 Raketin, that's very valuable to keep alive. That's gonna be amazing if it is snuck up on enemy units. King Tiger being bold, moving forward. Going to find the Ziz gun. The Ziz gun didn't pull back and heal, it's gonna die here to this shot of this King Tiger. No, it misses. Very lucky there for Jesulin not to lose his Vet 2 on the Ziz gun. Mark vehicle has been engaged against the King Tiger. King Tiger is gonna have to pull back. He just pop on Blitzkrieg, combat blitz the pullback. SU-85 slightly out of position then to help out and finish off the King Tiger. He has got focus sight onto spot for the Panther. He's going to reverse back. He's cancelled it now. He's going to start popping away at range. That SU-85's firing rate is going to be quite quick here. Panther needs to be careful. But here comes the Raketin. Jesulin has got recon run in the sky, or should I say vehicle, but it is giving him vision. It is providing that recon to let him know where the excess armor is at. Oh, but Jesulin, what are you doing with this low health Ziz gun? I don't understand. Why have you not put this back to base and healed it up? It's not worth it. You're not that low on VPs to warrant this. He does go for the Ziz gun barrage, almost wiping the run Raketins here. Oh, but the Vet 5 Raketin gets spotted out! Oh, it goes down. There's a big pick for Jesulin there, and he's going to use attack ground to finish it off. He does get the wipe. Huge pick there for Jesulin to take that Vet 5 Raketin out. The flanking T-34 from the south coming in clutch there and finishing that off. Let's pop the wall back off. That being said though, 100 points remain now from Jesulin. He needs to make something happen. Jove deciding to rebuild the Raketin he lost. Probably should go for a Jagdpanzer or something instead. Probably be a little bit more effective than a Raketin. T-34 here might get Fausted. Volk's slightly out of range to get the Faust off. King Tiger's fully repaired. Panther's fully repaired. He needs to make something happen. Needs to push. Grenade easy dodge here. New Volks Grenadier squad probably going to get down and retreat just because he managed to get away. But new Raketin squad coming out, going to go down as well. Fortunately for Jove, just gets away. Both T-34 85 rounds miss, so the Raketin gets back. League, now Veteran C2 once more. Panther eating shots from the SU-85. However, getting Veteran C2 for his troubles. And the King Tiger on 30 kills. 27 kills on this T-34-85 over here. Katusha on the other hand, with 21. Not too shabby, but not too great either. We now do see... Where's that 120mm mortar doing? Only 6 kills on this unit. It's really not done the work. It's now going to get decrewed by this Ober squad. Which is all that Ober squad putting in the work there. King Tiger has been marked targets again once more on the King Tiger. Jesulin can just keep popping this every time the King Tiger shows up to force it back. He has got plenty of munitions stockpiled. He really needs to figure some way of using them a lot more often here. Obers need to be careful though. Zizgun barrage coming in as well. T-34 misses its shot. He's finally pulled back that Zizgun and recruited it a little bit. Raketin dies in the middle. Panther moving in. 60% health on that T-34-85. He's going to push. He's blocking himself in with his own Zizgun. Dangerous. Oh, well, the King Tiger and Panther round both miss. But the King Tiger has now received engine crit. He's going to slowly reverse that back. Jove now in trouble. SU-85 can now plink away at this this King Tiger without no trouble here. And, oh, the marked target is still enabled. It's going to go down here. The 85 is going to push and finish it off. King Tiger out of control. Recruit Raketin in the centre there. He might even get the pick on this Vet 3. T-34-85, what are you doing, Jesulin? Reverse it now. What are you doing? You're going to get Fausted as well. Why didn't Jove get the Faust off? Jove had plenty of opportunity to get a Faust in there. He's still going to go for it. Oh, don't be greedy now. Don't be greedy. Oh, no. Oh, damn. He could have picked that T-34-85 up, but he didn't get the Faust off. He had the opportunity to do so. Oh, the Panther lucky there. Vet 3 Zizgun bouncing a shot off on the Panther. They could have gone down then. One shot from a Zizgun would have finished that, I think. Maybe not, but it's quite likely that Zizgun probably would have finished it off. But the Vet 3 Zizgun does get finally taken care of by the Ober squad. There was nothing there to help it on retreat. Vet 4 on the Obers now. They are going to be a formidable squad. Probably bundle grenade coming in here as well. And imagine, here comes the bundle grenade. No, it's not. It's the Blend Corp smoke grenade. How we pronounce that? Probably butchered it. Incoming bundle grenade as well. Jove. Jesulin not paying attention there. But fortunately for him, Jove didn't place the grenade exactly to get a wipe. Very aggressive Raketin moved up to try and see if he can snag the 85 there, but pushed it back. However, in all this, even though the King Tiger has been taken care of, Jove still has the VP control. However, I don't think for long, because in all of that engagement, I think Jove came out worse. He's lost, you know, he lost the veterancy, the King Tiger, which was the big loss there. However, Jove did pick up the mortar crew. I wonder if he will rebuild the King Tiger. He has got resources to do so. Incendiary grenade. Those guard squads eating that grenade. Jove also eating the grenade of the guard squad. That's a fresh guard squad as well. I'm not sure that's a smart build from Jesulin. It's an expensive squad. It's late into the game. It's not going to do too well. It's just going to be a manpower bleed, to be honest. 64 VPs remain. The clock is still ticking. 85 pushing into the north side. That Maxim could have kept that VP a long time ago in the north. He probably was scared because he thought the Ober squad was in that. It was earlier, but not anymore. The Ober squad made it, you know, it's been in the south for a while now. So again, a mistake there from Jesulin. Not sure why Jove hasn't tried to recover the wreck of the King Tiger yet to get some resources for it. Now we finally see some mines go down from Jove. I mean, he's plotted some of these mines, but we haven't seen many of these this game. Meanwhile, it looks like the 85 is going to go to the north to try and help lock down this north side VP. I think this is going to be quite risky though for Jesulin, because it's quite hard to hold the two wide VPs rather than the centre and one north and one left. Oh, that Panther's going to get AT grenaded here. It's going to be ineffective for the next minute or so. However, Jesulin has managed to get control of the VPs for the time being. Oh no, but the Zizgun's been found out once more. There's nothing there to support the Zizgun. T-34 rushing in to try and save the day. Oh, this T-34, this retreat path from this Volk squad's not nice. However, the T-34 goes past his target, so it's not going to be able to get a decent chase off. She needs to recruit that Zizgun. And now we do see a fresh King Tiger on the field. I am not sure if keep making the King Tiger is a smart choice, to be honest. Fresh Raketa now on the field. That's the one that was over there. He's not decided to repair it though. Katyusha fire coming in on the machine gun over here. It's efficiency 2. If the machine gun crew dies, the weapon goes down as well, because the weapon is almost down. Oh, but it's going away. Grenade going off on the Raketen as well, just to make sure the crew is dead. T-34 is probably going to finish the weapon, so he can't get it. Oh, here come the T-34s. They're going to go for a play here on the left side, maybe. Oh, it's a bit greedy here from Jesulin. He hasn't got anything to follow this up. He loses that guard squad there in the middle. Big loss there. Vet 3 T-34 is taking some nasty shots in from the King Tiger. He needs to be careful with that. Oh, bounces a shot off something. I think it was a league shot coming in there. Vet 5 Oba squad is a one-man squad. Jove really can't afford to lose that. Panther missing its shot, but the 85 does not. Constantly plugging away here against this Panther. However, there's a Raketen in the north there. Oh, but a Ziz barrage shot. Managing to get a really nice angle on it and destroying the weapon crew with the barrage. Well done there from Jesulin. And now Jove has 0 anti-tank guns. And now, oh, plane coming in. Oh, in between his units there. Could have been horrible. Meanwhile, back at the side here, Jesulin is content just to keep the machine gun covering the VP rather than keep capping. Probably the smart play there. Don't want to overextend. Katyusha rounds coming in here. Where is it going to land? Possibly on the machine gun once more. Machine gun. Vet 5 machine gun might go down. One good more barrage here and it will die. You can't afford to lose this. T-34 might get the last shot in. Oh, the MG gets back just in the nick of time. Volk squad's going to try and make a push to try and get this VP, but he does spot the machine gun there. He's going to try and flank around. Good play there from Jove. Jesulin is not awake to that flank. He does retreat immediately, but that does mean he's going to lose the north side VP. However, it's not too bad for him because he does have control of the central VP. Guard squad. This Volk squad's got a nasty retreat path ahead of it. T-34 opening up along with guards. T-34 not giving chase for some reason. Stolen mortar now. Getting some shots in, and the League as well, providing indirect fire. I have no idea why Jove does not decide to repair his crew weapons. The League is on 1% vehicle crew health. The machine gun's on 1% vehicle crew health. Panther now, Veteran C3 in the north, moving around to flank the T-34. Vet 2 T-34 pulling back. This is a good game. But it doesn't seem like, Jove is now going to have real difficulty trying to break this Su-85. He hasn't got the units in his army to be able to deal with the 85 right now. And as long as that 85 is backing up these T-34s in the centre, Jove is going to have a very difficult time about it. However, oh, the Vet 5 Oba is going to go down. No, I don't want to see this. Please don't go down. Vet 5 Oba. Oh, he gets away. Oh, with a slither of health, he manages to survive 2 shots from a T-34. Oh, it's so horrible to see a Vet 5 Oba die. Oh, but the Vet 5 Volk squad goes down as well. Or was that Vet 3? Probably was the Vet 3 one, actually. Not a huge loss, though, but still a loss. Panther getting a side shot in against the T-34-85. VPs are still very low for both players. However, Jove just can't seal the deal. He needs to get control of the central VP, and he can't do it with this 85 there, just constantly zoning out this King Tiger. Panther's going to make a move against the SU-85. However, there's a T-34-85 there to help its flank. Marked vehicle about to be ready to be able to use again. 85 just, man, that 85 has been MVP this game. It's just constantly zoning away these tanks and enabling Jesulin just to get this map control. Recruit the Raketin over here. Still might go down once more to a mortar fire. Flare has gone up in the sky. I believe that is an Axis flare. Yeah, it is an Axis flare. He does see that. I wonder what gave the flare there. Oh, was that a flare, Benny? Booby trap. That's probably what it was. A booby trap going off. Because it must have been. Oh, what? No, wait. It can't be. No, booby trap just is an explosion. What? What was that Axis flare there, guys? The mortar, the stolen mortar. Good shout. Yeah, good. Stolen mortar. Yeah. Actually, a very good use of that. Sealing your opponent, giving yourself some free vision. This is going to go down. Panther now veteran C4, but it is low health and it is marked. One more. Oh, but the Jesulin's going to lose his Vet 3 SU-85 to the King Tiger. King Tiger's there, ready. Oh, but the King Tiger misses. Jesulin, why are you not reversing that SU-85? Get it back. You can't lose that. Oh, the King Tiger misses twice in a row. Oh, unlucky for Joe. But then another T-34 coming in from the side as well. King Tiger going down in the centre. Every shot penetrating this poor King Tiger. I feel sorry for Jove. However, he does hit a mine. Panther's there. Main gun crit as well. So Jove's RNG is now good RNG. But there is another fresh T-34 in the back. But the other T-34 hits a mine. Meanwhile, King Tiger goes down as the 85 is pushed up. Panther somehow surviving on one HP. He manages to keep... No, he's not reversing it back. Oh, but the T-34 misses. And goes down. What a game of RNG just then. We had such huge RNG, man. The Panther, that T-34 getting the main gun crit. Not being able to finish off the Panther. That T-34 not being able to close the deal on that Panther. The King Tiger not being able to hit the freaking SU-85 on half health. Man, damn, this our game. However, we now do see a Jagdpanzer being built. Panther being a bit bold here. It's got one... No, it needs to be very careful. He's pushing, being aggressive with it. Don't be aggressive with it. Oh, he bounces. Repair that, mother. Quick. And the triple VB cap is now going to be shortly in effect against Jove. I really don't think the King Tiger plays have been worth it. I honestly don't think going King Tiger on this map is a smart decision at all. It's just... You know, one SU-85 can zone it out, and it's just done really well this game. We now finally have the Jagdpanzer out, which is probably what Jove should have built instead of rebuilding the King Tiger to be able to contend with the SU-85. Because a Vet 5 Jagdpanzer can beat a Vet 3 SU-85. Volk squad's making a last a last ditch attempt. What the fuck, James? Oh, but the T-34 here. Vet 5 Volk's probably going to go down here. Panther's now repaired. Pushing in against the fresh T-34. It's probably going to be aggressive here. Meanwhile, in the centre, 4 VPs remaining. 1 left. It's game over. And that's all she wrote. Fresh ditch attempt. Wait, what was it? Last ditch attempt. I was trying to say that, and I said dick. Oh, why? Oh, what did I do? Why did I say that?
Bruh.
God damn. But what a game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's analyze this game. So, Jove had a really good early game. Okay? He had a solid early game, even though the Panzer II did jack shit. Right? Panzer II did nothing, really, this game, and just ended up getting just shot and killed. What did he do wrong? the King Tiger. He made the King Tiger. He got the first King Tiger veterancy too, but it just didn't pull its weight. Yes, it was bleeding and got around about 30 kills, but, you know, this T-34 has got 32 kills, you know? This, you know, the T-34s this game did, you know, really, you know, mostly did very well. I think Jesulin could have won this game a lot sooner had he not ballsed up the first little foray in against the King Tiger in the north. And Jove had plenty of opportunities to finish and close the game off. There was one instance here where he had, like, both his tanks were 80% health, and the Su-85 had main gun crit, and there was a T-34 with one more hit left to die as well, and he could have pushed and gone for the cut-off then, but Jove just sat back and pulled back and didn't decide to be aggressive. So yeah, King Tiger was a big mistake. Didn't really gain anything from going King Tiger. Should have probably gone for the Jagdpanzer a lot earlier on, and potentially a Stuka against the Ziz gun, and the mortar plate and the machine gun, so he could probably push that back. Or even like, you know, Panther, Jagdpanzer, Panzer IV. The Panzer IV would have been great to keep control of the sides and harass the infantry grabbing the side flanks. Jagdpanzer would have been great in the centre to deal with the 85s and the both types of 85s. The Panther would be there supporting the Jagdpanzer or the Panzer IV wherever it would need help. Jove's commander selection was also terrible. He really didn't get anything out of it. He spent 600 munitions into zeroing artillery, which did absolutely nothing. 600 munitions and no results. That has got to be the worst waste of munitions I've ever seen in a game. Compared to Jesulin had a good fuel munitions, you know, float the entire game, but he kept on using Mark Big whenever he thought he had a good opportunity to do so. You know, he always put plenty of mines around the map when he had a chance to do so. Though what Jesulin made mistakes was probably the mortar he made did nothing. Like, Jove was really good in repositioning his MG every 5 seconds, so that the mortar did nothing. The Katusha, eventually, yeah, I think the Katusha probably paid for itself. 37 kills, it did pretty well. You know, it was wiping stuff here and there. I don't think it managed to, you know, the first couple of shots were probably its best shots in the game, to be honest. Orb was managing to live into the late stage of the game. 52 kills on these bad guys. Oh, that guy's doing a backflip. Woohoo, whatever. I think,
We don't always have the best plan, but that's okay.
those guys. Yeah, I think, like, you know, in the short time that Jove had stolen his opponent's mortar, he did a lot more with that than Jesulin did with his mortar the entire game, I think. Like, he even used the flare ability to spot for his units. I think, had he stolen this mortar with the Jagdpanzer earlier on, it would have been amazing, because the flare in the sky would spot for the Jagdpanzer and he would have been solid, you know? But yeah, Jove lost most of his Volks this game as well. His Raketans, I mean, you know, he had a Vet 5 Raketan eventually at one point in the game and ended up losing it. He just didn't have enough support. I feel like he probably should have crushed this piece of hedgerow here, so his Raketan, because that Vet 5 Raketan got taken out there because the T-34 found a little cheeky shot in there and either probably attacked around it or moved up and flanked it and the thing was facing that way. If the hedge here was destroyed, he would have been able to see that T-34 coming and rotated in time. But yeah, losing those Raketans, I'd say losing the Raketans probably cost Jove the game. Not being aggressive cost Jove the game. And Jesulin probably could have also won the game a lot sooner had he made some more bolder plays with his T-34s earlier on in the game. So this game could have got, you know, this game was over an hour long. Could have been over a lot quicker in my opinion if certain players were successful. But good back and forth, very entertaining to watch. Yeah, and 2 King Tigers destroyed. All without any IS-2s. But yeah, MVP this game has to be the Su-85 over here. And I think for the Axis, probably a Panther doing well. But I think probably the Obers MVP. It's quite rare you see Vet 5 Obers in a 1v1, so good old Obers, they were doing well. Could have died. They almost got wiped a couple of times this game. And they might even get... Is that rocket going to land on him? Slightly off. What's the time? I think we're going to do one more cast, guys, and I think I'm going to go to bed and have an early night for tomorrow. He never had 2 Raketans attacking together. But that's the thing, on Clodney Farmer, it's risky. If you put all your eggs in one basket and have all your anti-tank guns facing the mid, that leaves you exposed in the north, right? And your opponent can go for an all-in north dive against you, and then you'll be screwed, right? It's a quite hard, you know, I think like Call of Duty Foam is probably one of the harder maps to get your head around than compared to the other maps. But yeah, that's the King Tiger. Killed 7 vehicles apparently. I managed to wipe quite a few T-34s that game. Let's just have a quick look to see how many. Let's go to units built, and let's swap over to Jesulin and look at units. How many T-34s did he build? He made 6 T-34-85s. He actually made a 76 at some point. Didn't do too much though. But yeah, he lost 2 of the T-34s. He lost making that terrible push in the north at the start of the game. But he only lost 1 more after that. And after that, he managed to do very well. That 85 is definitely MVP. As you can see here clearly by the statistics, the efficiency of it. Definitely doing the most damage. Katusha also doing very well. But yeah, there's that mortar. Apparently the mortar was 1,159% efficient. It's, you know, it doesn't really tell a true story. It was crap, to be honest. But yeah, also just managing to keep his combat engineers alive the entire game. I think both survived the entire game, which was absolutely paramount in keeping his vehicles in tip-top shape every time he needed it. Because that could have cost him the game. You know, if he hadn't had those engineers at the veterancy they were, he wouldn't have been able to go back in with his tanks as quickly as he had. He also had the ability to repair his tanks. But yeah, good game. Interesting one to watch.